Good Monday morning, everyone. Today is July 19th, 2021. This is episode 110 of 4-3 Sportstalk. I'm your host, Rahim Escalai. Good Monday morning. Feeling good. Kind of warm, Skies are a bit overcast. Looks like it's going to rain again for the 90 millionth time in a row. That's okay. I have a great episode for you today. Again, we are touching on the NFL as far as player evaluations. Also have a lot of scores from the Gold Cup for Major League Baseball and Major League Soccer. So without further ado, let's get right into episode 110. And I hope everybody is having a great day. And I thank you again if you're tuning in and you're watching this. Without viewers, without your guys' support, this show would be nothing. Currently, I am taking a break in my busy schedule today. Wanted to film outside, and I am currently overlooking the railroad bridge that heads into West Springfield. And I just love being outside, as you know. And I took advantage of the break in the rain because, you got to get outside. Can't stay in and be on that couch potato tip forever, right? So here we go. Today in the NFL, I bring to you the top 10 interior defensive linemen. Not one of these guys are a true two technique or in a 4-3 scheme, defensive tackle. So guys on this list are interchangeable. You probably could guess who my number one guy is. Probably everyone's number one interior defensive lineman. But I will say that there are a few prospects on this list who have skills that are kind of in like the same sentence. Kind of be mentioned in the same sentence as this guy. So here are my top 10 interior defensive linemen. Number one, obviously, is Aaron Donald of the Los Angeles Rams. And here's my take on it. I've honestly taken notice to this hell of a man only over the last 2 or 3 years. When I saw him play, goddamn, I didn't see a defensive tackle who was this good since Warren Sapp. Honestly. It's my opinion. Aaron is in a league of his own. There are no other players in the league like him, and he uses a good combination of leverage, lower body strength, and the ability to often beat one-on-ones. Excuse me. And especially it comes to use as he mixes in some of his pass rush techniques, like, the swim moves and, the kind of bending guys using the right arm or coming through the left, whichever way here or fashion he decides to get to the quarterback. Most of the time he beats the guy, and he beats double teams too. It comes to use as he mixes in, like I said, the pass rushing techniques. Aaron Donald's my number one. I haven't really seen anybody penetrate an NFL offensive line as quickly and as creatively as he does. And he's consistent at it, and that's why he sits atop this list. Number two, Chris Jones for the Kansas City Chiefs. Chris Jones. All right, here we go. Chris keeps the number 2 ranking after another imposing season. 20.4% pass rush win rate. Was tied for second among defensive tackles with it was a small number, 7.5 sacks, his lowest total since 2017. So offensive lines kind of, I guess so to speak, kind of like keyed on this guy and knew what was coming after last season and what he was able to do with that Chiefs defense. Regardless to what, Chris Jones is a star in this league, and I believe this year he's going to do the same thing that he did in 2020. I believe the sack total will go up. I haven't been too many teams on the AFC side of things who have made drastic improvements to their offensive lines. that the Chiefs match up with on their schedule this year, that would make me believe that he would have a lower sack total. So, 2021 is looking good for Chris Jones. Number 3, DeForest Buckner of the Indianapolis Colts. Coached up very well by Robert Saleh, as he was a defensive coordinator for the San Francisco 49ers. And he took part in drafting DeForest Buckner, actually, as well. My take, this guy disrupted many teams' plans in his first year as a Colt, and he didn't have an all-pro type season. He was drafted and coached up very well in San Francisco by the new Jets head coach, Robert Saleh. He brought that style of play to a defense that looks to improve after Bills quarterback Josh Allen shredded them in the playoffs to the tune of 324 yards, 2 touchdowns. So yeah, I think that DeForest Buckner is only going to get better. Indianapolis' system is tailored to his abilities, and I believe his numbers will go up this year. Cam Hayward, number 4, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Alright, this is like a personal preference segment. It's not a top 5 guy for everybody, but he rarely falls past 7, at least since I've been grading players. One of the league's most consistent guys, playing inside at 32 years old, still plays at a high level. Only knock on him is his 2020 sack total. It was 4.5 down from what he normally averages, which is 8. So the decline is there. Unfortunately, you see it. But the good thing for him is he's on a team with a lot of other defensive stars who put in work, and even if Cam's production is down, they've got the guys like Bud Dupree, TJ Watt, Minka Fitzpatrick. They have a very solid defense. So if Cam doesn't play all the way this season, I'm pretty sure he'll be gone by the end of the year. But they have insurance behind that. Number 5, Fletcher Cox. I know he's old. For the Philadelphia Eagles. Shout out to all you Eagles fans. You guys have been quiet this offseason. Not sure why, but hey, you have. The man has made 6 Pro Bowls in 9 seasons, 1 Super Bowl ring, and is one of the more defining defensive tackles of the last decade. What I mean by defining, consistent, and when the spotlights were on him, he definitely performed. And he didn't pitch up or hide behind a rock or something like that. I think he's one of the best he's been for a while, and I think another solid season or 2 will definitely land him in the Hall of Fame. Number 6, Jeffrey Simmons of the Tennessee Titans. He is the least accomplished player on this list. If there is truly anyone close to Aaron Donald in the NFL, it's Simmons. When he lines up, it's like on every snap, you know he's coming. Talent-wise and skills, he is definitely a top 3. He just needs to show consistency. Opponents double-teamed him on 190 pass rush attempts in 2020. That's higher than every interior rusher other than Aaron Donald or Grady Jarrett, who are both on this list. Spoiler alert, Grady Jarrett is at the end of this list. Jeffrey Simmons just needs consistency and to stay healthy. That was the story for a lot of the Tennessee Titans last season. But they had your boy Derrick Henry, who just freaking can run through a brick wall and put the team on his back into the postseason. Number 7, Leonard Williams of the New York Giants. Defensive Rookie of the Year, so he's accomplished. I loved watching this guy play last year. In 2020, he balled the fuck out. After being traded to the Giants for draft picks by the New York Jets, Williams' play quickly stood out. So much so that the Giants gave him a big contract extension. I don't think he's even aware of who he is right now and the level that he could potentially play at. When he finds that, watch out, because that level of play is going to elevate the Giants significantly. So if you're a Giants fan, It's looking good. Looking good for you. Number 8 is Stephon Tuitt of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Many people, again, forget about Stephon Tuitt. He was a former first-round pick. This guy's talented. He's wasn't no guy that was drafted in later rounds who, came up through consistent play. This guy was always on the top of people's radars and stuff like that. He broke out with a 7th season with a respectable 11 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and 25 quarterback hits. He's a very gifted guy with a lot of the intangibles you'd see in a perennial All-Pro. When he's on that, when he's on, that is. He's a number. Here's a number I found interesting when researching this guy. Have you heard of the term defensive attention? In 2020, the former first-round pick demanded 187 double teams. 187 double teams, and he played a full season. On pass rush situations, that was 6th most in the NFL. Despite playing behind T.J. Watt and Bud Dupree, who were even better at rushing the quarterback. The Steelers are, in my thinking, in the way I evaluate and have seen the way that they've played over the years, the number for the Pittsburgh Steelers is 10. Why number 10? Pittsburgh Steelers will have another ring within the next 10 years, and I guarantee that. The way this franchise, brings players up through their system, the way they draft, they'll have another great quarterback in there at some point, and it will be business as usual for Pittsburgh. Number 9, Vita Vea of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Super Bowl champion Buccaneers. Watching this guy break through offensive lines is a treat. It's astronomical. It's physics, mass and explosion. He's 6'4", 347, so that's what I mean by mass and explosion. The stats aren't gaudy like you'd think, but the amount of attention this rising star sees frees up other guys to make big plays and get the ball back to Tom. That's why you see guys like Shaq Barrett and Devin White able to freaking sprint to the quarterback as fast as they do. Not to mention that they run their 40 times are like wideouts. So guys like him free up spots for Shaq Barrett and them to come in, and that's why quarterbacks can't make good passes and make errant throws and mistakes when you're getting blitzed by guys who are at times running faster than your own wideouts. It's very stressful to say the least for a quarterback. So, but Vita doesn't care. He wants another ring in 2021. It's gonna be right up in that quarterback's face as well. And my number 10 guy, I already alluded to it, Grady Jarrett of the Atlanta Falcons. Guys, he's the only Falcon that made any of these lists, so bear with me. His ability to consistently rush the passer is why he's on my list. He's second to Aaron Donald in most of the pass rush categories concerning defensive tackles. He always goes hard, whether it's a sack or chasing a screenplay 15 yards downfield, and he's a beast. But the time is ticking, and the window is soon closing. There you have it for my list of interior defensive linemen. These guys are going to make it hell for running backs and quarterbacks who think they're going to scramble or make quick little dump-off passes. That's what you need a fast interior defensive lineman for, and that's what most of these guys on this list were. Okay, let's get into some scores, guys. Major League Baseball, Mets over the Pirates 7-6. Milwaukee beats Cincy 8-0. Tampa Bay over Atlanta 7-5. Philly beats Miami 7-4. White Sox blank the Astros 4-0. St. Louis beats the San Francisco Giants, 2-1. Washington over San Diego 8-7 as the rain started. 10 innings, Colorado beat the Dodgers 6-5. In 7, Toronto beat Texas Rangers 10-0. Cleveland beats Oakland 4-2. Seattle over the Angels 7-4. I watched that game. That was awesome. Arizona Diamondbacks beat the Cubs 6-4, while the frickin' Yankees beat my Red Sox 9-1. In the U.S. Open, Colin Morikawa comes from behind. Leader Lee Osterheisen was kicking everyone's ass for a while, but Colin came through and beat him. Shot a 15 under, and it was good enough for the win in the U.S. Open. Moving on to the Gold Cup, we have USA beating Canada 1-0. And just like England, the United States has a path that is too easy to the World Cup. I will never bet on Team USA. Not even really support them, honestly. They need to play the cream of the crop as far as the talent in soccer on a national stage for me to be convinced that they're a contender. Finally, in Major League Soccer, Minnesota beats Seattle 1-0. And this has been episode 110 of 4-3 Sports Talk. I am your host, Raheem Escalay. I had a lot of fun bringing this episode to you. I was able to get outside and enjoy the fresh air, enjoy the weather. Looks like it's starting to cloud up again. Some rain might be coming back. So stay dry, everybody. I hope you enjoy your day. And I love you all. Wish you nothing but health, wealth, and success. Again, I am overlooking this railroad bridge. It's over the Connecticut River. West Springfield over there. And I will see you folks tomorrow morning with episode 111 of 4-3 Sports Talk. Have a great day.